eternal youth for those who deserve it.
Now I know how Am was able to keep us alive for so many years.
Interesting.
Your Usurum can sustain us forever. We have all the time we need to resurrect the regime.
Excuse me, Doctor. I need to get a breath of fresh air.
And let's see. This might be... I don't know, killing him might be bad. Is that...
Gollum, you are to obey all my orders.
I don't know. It may be a bad idea to kill him, but... Let's see. Alright, well...
Gollum, kill Dr. Mengele. He was a pig.
Well, apparently that was okay. It didn't affect his spiritual barometer either way.
Gollum, follow me outside.
Alright.
Nimdok, I knew that you would lead us to where the regime would resume its atrocities. We are here to make you pay for what you did to us. To pay in blood.
And let's try the last one.
Gollum, I transfer control of you over to the Lost Tribe.
So, you admit your crimes. But that does not release you from punishment. Now the golem will serve the purpose for which it was constructed. Golem, kill Nimdok.
Okay, not quite the best ending, apparently.
We're not as alike as I thought, Nimdok. The spark of humanity somewhere. Always that wretched little spark. You've confronted your past, but you refuse to continue your research. That's what I asked you to do. Since you now identify with your victims, I suppose it's only right that I let you experience their tortures, too. Ah, you. You're the last player in my little game. I urge you, do not fail, as the others have failed.
Alright, well, with Nimdok complete, we're down to last character, Ted. Now, this is interesting. The botched recording, I tried playing Ted first, because, after all, he's the narrator for the short story. And interestingly enough, the manual says that, well, A, you don't have to have read the short story to play this game, and B, even if you have read the short story, it doesn't necessarily mean that it affects the game or will affect the game, because Am could be lying now, or Am could have been lying about the in the short story. And again, Ted's perspective is not great, because, well, I'll explain it a bit. Anyway, let's get Ted's scenario started.
Hey, you're my favorite, baby. I mean it. I really can't stand all the rest of these people. Every one of them has some fatal glitch in personality. Whiners, freaks, crips, cowards, every one of them. But not you, Ted. No, my man, not you, Ted. You were a stand-up guy. You were a brave guy. Yes, a take-charge kind of guy. So, I'm going to give you, just you, the opportunity to get out, live some kind of life. I'm going to send you, you're going to like this, I'm going to send you to the Room of Dark. If you can solve the puzzle of the Room of Dark, you're home free. You out. You're away. Well, now, I know I've made you a paranoid, Ted. I know you're scared, but I'm your friend. 109 years. I'm your best friend. So overcome your fear. Enter the Room of Dark, and you can solve its mystery.
But yeah, Ted is clearly paranoid. So, and in the short story, he's convinced that the other four are plotting and laughing at him behind his back. But anyway, let's look at the psych profile. Yeah, a paranoid personality is characterized by delusions of grandeur, suspicions of plots, and heightened feelings of anxiety and jealousy. Alright, let's look at the arrow.
The arrow's pointing toward the room of dark. Should I follow it or go the other way? Which is the worse of the two choices?
Now, let's see. I'm gonna make a new save because... not Nimdok, Ted. There we go. Alright, so if you go in... Oh, can I look at the box? Can I look at this?
An octagon. Unusual shape for a building. 8 sides. Why 8? Is that part of the mystery?
Alright, so go inside.
Video screens. Each one shows a scene of some other place. Why? What mystery does Am want me to solve? Say, these video screens have palm print switches next to them.
Now, I played up to this point and then I failed here, so I abandoned it in the failed recording. So, if we look around at the monitors...
This looks like the tire swing at the farm I grew up on. What does Am know about my childhood? Is he taunting me? A forest. Not one to go hiking through. This forest is dark, foreboding. Why show me a rooftop? Why not a door? And why this particular rooftop? A castle, right out of the Brothers Grimm. I feel like there's something watching me from the windows. I never liked going to the circus. All those clowns with their phony grease paint smiles. You can't tell what they're really thinking.
Now, when I first attempted it, I tried using this far right monitor with the tire swing. Well, and that turned the room dark and failed the scenario. So anyway, I'm gonna look at the psych profile now, see if it... No, it, So I wonder, what happens if I try going back? Is that gonna fail the scenario? Well, we'll see. Use the path?
No, I can't go down into the mist. There's probably nothing down there, but then again...
Okay. Sure you can't?
No.
Alright. So the only way is to go here. Alright, so now, it's interesting. We saw the castle before in Ellen's scenario, which means... Well, and also we saw scenes from everyone else's scenarios. You know, the Honky Tonk in Gorster scenario, the Alter and Benny scenario, and the oven in Nimdok scenario. Which I think means that we're going to have to use this monitor. Although the problem is, I don't know if this is actually going to work. So let's try it.
A castle. Right out of the
Okay.
Brothers Grimm. I feel like there's something watching me from the windows.
Push. Okay, well, it worked.
What sort of intrigue is Am plotting this time? He's left me here alone. Still, I feel as though I'm being watched.
Okay, so let's check psych profile. Nope. Got a gargoyle?
This gargoyle is even larger than those at Penelope's estate in the Hamptons.
Okay, and...
This gargoyle...
Okay, same thing. Look at the drawbridge.
This old drawbridge is in ruins. I don't trust it to hold my weight.
Okay. Well, walk to the entrance.
So typical of the castles I've visited in Europe. A beautiful facade disguising ordinary stone. Appearance is everything.
Yeah. So, might as well look at everything. It looks like this doorway over there. We came in through that door. There's another doorway here and another doorway here. Interesting. Oh, and there's a doorway on the fourth wall, of course.
Why, that maiden looks just like Ellen. She seems so sad and so beautiful.
Yeah, also inverted pentagram.
So many women have called me their knight in shining armor, but never Ellen.
Okay. What about the armor?
I never realized that a knight's armor was so heavy. How were they ever able to fight?
Okay, I wonder if the psych profile is updated now. Journal. A daily record of personal activities and feelings or diary. So I guess we have to find one. And we should check... Okay, we'll start with that one over there. Whoa.
Why, it's Ellen! Did Am tell her that I loved her? Was that the secret he was referring to?
Okay, so look...
Ellen looks so beautiful when she's sleeping.
Look at the dresser.
All this perfume and jewelry must belong to Ellen. After all these years in Am's clutches, she deserves to enjoy life's finer things.
Okay, well, use the dresser?
These are Ellen.
No, that... You know what? Okay, no, say it.
These are Ellen's things. I wouldn't dream of taking them.
Okay, I just wanted you to open the dresser and look inside, but whatever. Let's try that door next.
There is an evil in this room. I feel it all around me.
Okay. Now look at the glass.
Glass. Pieces of a broken mirror.
Okay. Look at the books.
Why, this is a collection of books on the black arts. There must be dozens of volumes.
Not a journal. Now look at the bed.
I feel a cold draft blowing across the bed like from an open grave.
Okay. Well, let's try this doorway over here.
This looks like a chapel, but there's something unholy about it. It must be the gargoyles.
Okay. So look at the pulpit.
I don't think I want to know what kinds of sermons were preached here.
Okay, now look at the icon.
Nothing special about this rod except for the ridiculous gargoyle face on top.
And look at the sconce, I guess.
It's so unlike Am to provide light when he knows how frightening the dark can be. He's up to something.
Okay. Okay, doorway's over here. Come on. Okay, last doorway, so...
Despite the medieval trappings, I've seen kitchens like this before. This is a place where servants do all the work.
Okay, look around. Or, no, not walk, look at.
This oven is similar to the boilers I maintain in St. Louis. God, how I hated those days.
And... let's see... Look at the maid.
Aside from the dishpan hands and wrinkles, this scullery maid has quite a body. Certainly wouldn't kick her out of bed.
No, well, I guess I'm going to save before talking to her, because... Although I am at the lowest point, Ted is at the lowest point in the barometer, so... I can't affect anything right now, I think, but...
Excuse me, do you work here?
Why, of course I work here. Why else would I be plucking this chicken? Say, you're a handsome gent. There aren't many men left in these parts.
What happened to Ellen?
Lady Ellen? Oh, she's been ill and that's all I know. It's not healthy to ask too many questions these days. Let's talk about you instead.
Is there a way to escape from this castle?
Escape? With all of those wolves in the forest? Well, it's safer to stay in the castle. The beds are very cozy. You should try mine sometime.